a missile from Yemen, intercepted over Israel, but the signal is far bigger than the strike itself. This is no longer a contained conflict. The battlefield is expanding, and new fronts are now actively emerging. What was once a focused confrontation is rapidly evolving into a wider regional dynamic, with each move carrying implications far beyond immediate impact.
In light of the continued aggression by the American and Israeli enemy against the Islamic Republic of Iran, Palestine and Gaza, Iraq, and Lebanon, in implementation of the Zionist plan, which threatens the entire nation, the Yemeni armed forces, keen on the stability and security of the region and the cessation of aggression, affirm the following. First, the necessity for the American and Israeli enemy to respond immediately to international diplomatic efforts to halt the aggression against Iran and the countries of the Axis, as it is an unjust, oppressive, and unprovoked aggression that harms stability and security at the global and regional levels and damages the global economy.
Air raid sirens cut across southern Israel as a ballistic missile was launched from Yemen, directly targeting Israeli territory for the first time in this phase of the war. According to the Israel Defense Forces, the missile was successfully intercepted, preventing casualties but underscoring the growing reach of actors entering the conflict.
Second, the necessity of an immediate cessation of aggression against Muslim countries in Palestine, Lebanon, Iran, and Iraq, and the lifting of the unjust siege on Yemen. Third, the necessity of implementing the Gaza Agreement and fulfilling the obligations it includes regarding humanitarian entitlements and the legitimate rights of the Palestinian people.
The target area included Beersheba and surrounding regions, marking a significant geographic shift. This was not just another launch, it was a clear indication that the conflict lines are stretching. The entry of Yemen into active engagement signals a new phase, where escalation is no longer hypothetical, but visibly unfolding.
Fourth, we affirm that our fingers are on the trigger for direct military intervention in any of the following cases: the joining of any other alliances with America and Israel against the Islamic Republic of Iran and the axis of jihad and resistance, the use of the Red Sea to carry out hostile operations by America and Israel against the Islamic Republic of Iran and against any Muslim country, which we will not allow, the continuation of the escalation against the Islamic Republic and the axis of jihad and resistance, as dictated by the theater of military operations.
This development raises a critical question: whether this was a calibrated warning or the beginning of sustained involvement. The interception may have limited immediate damage, but the strategic message remains intact. A new vector has opened, and the dynamics of the conflict are shifting as additional players begin to assert their presence.
Fifth, the Yemeni armed forces warn against any unjust measures aimed at tightening the siege on the Yemeni people. In conclusion, we affirm that our military operations only target the Israeli and American enemy to thwart the Zionist scheme and do not target any Muslim people.
As tensions intensify, the risk of a broader regional spillover becomes increasingly real. Each new front adds complexity, compressing response times and raising stakes across the region. What unfolds next will be crucial in determining whether this remains a controlled escalation or moves toward a far wider and more unpredictable confrontation.